Hi, welcome to my class. I'm Jennifer Wagner with Collective Wellness. Today is Yoga Stretch Fusion standing only. You're welcome to use a chair anytime with this class. Please make sure to exercise within your ability, and if you experience any difficulty, please make sure to stop, seek a physician right away. All right, let's get started. Find a space, get that chair if you need one, and then join me back here. Hi, welcome back to Yoga Stretch Fusion, standing only today. We're going to start in mountain pose. Feet are hip width apart, toes are spread, heels are straight back. Nice and tall through your body, through your spine, to the top of your head. Palms open up, shoulders down towards your back pockets as you gently close your eyes. Inhale. Finding your center in the bottom of your feet so your arches lift up just a tiny bit as you gently press your big toes down. Bring that center up through your ankles, through your knees, through your hips. Inhale, exhale. Now bring that center through your spine, the top of your head. Ears are lined up with your shoulders. Shoulders lined up with your hips. Hips lined up with your knees. Knees lined up with your ankles. Inhale. Exhale. I want you to be aware of that center. Strong base. Everything is lined up. Inhale. Your gift for your mind, body, and spirit. Let all your stress and all your worries, leave those at the door. Inhale, exhale. Bring your hands into Namaste. Center with your chest. Slowly open your eyes and inhale, reach for the sky, lifting your chin and your chest, and then you're going to push away. Again, inhale. Exhale, push away. One more time. And exhale, push away. Adding on, inhale up. Swan dive down, hinge from your hips. Bend your knees if you need to protect your back. And then inhale, sweeping up, lift with your upper back. Again, exhale, swan dive. Bend those knees if you need to. Inhale, reverse. Good. Again, exhale. Monkey pose, inhale. Your back is flat as a table. I'm going to turn so you can see. You can have your hands on your shins if you need to. Your neck is long as chin is slightly tucked, holding into that monkey pose. Tailbone back. Engage your core. You're going to hear that a lot today, that I tell you to engage the core because we are going to use the core, abs and back quite a bit today. And then lower all the way down. And then curl yourself up, pressing your spine towards the sky. Arms hanging, chin is tucked. And then push your chin up and out. You reach for the sky, lifting your chin to your chest. Inhale and exhale. And release. Going into cat-cow, I'm going to turn back again. You're going to sit down into like a chair pose. Make sure your knees and toes are straight forward. Fingers are in, elbows are out. We're going to go into that cat-cow. So tailbone under, chin is under. Pressing your spine to the sky like a cat. And then into a cow stretch, tailbone out, chin is out. You see how my knee is still nice and bent. And then cat. Exhaling in cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. your spine in either direction. One fluid motion each way. Again, want to really warm up that spine. Again, with doing a lot of core work, we want to make sure that that area is really warm. Again. One more time, you're going to roll up with this one, all the way up, pressing your spine to the sky. Roll those shoulders up and back, opening up those shoulders. Inhale, exhale. A little bit bigger movement, elbows coming up and around. Good, and then a little bit bigger movement, whole arm if you'd like. If you need to, lever-wise, because of the shoulder, you can keep your elbows bent, but if you're ready to go into that bigger motion, go ahead. Opening up. Now we're going to go up higher and back and down. Good, again. Again, you can stay here if you need to. What works best for you. And later on, you might be able to, as your body's more warmed up. Let's do one more time, whichever works for you, lever-wise. And release. We're going to go into beat the drums. You're going to use your core, twisting side to side. Your knees are soft, so unlock those knees. Use the core. And if you notice how my arms are starting to swing naturally, I'm not swinging them myself. I'm not using the muscles in my arms and my shoulder because everything is through here. And then I just let the arms go and they start to, as you'll beat the drum, kind of slapping around to the sides. Again, it's all through the core that's working. Everything else is just kind of hanging out, going with the flow. Inhale, exhale. A few more times. And release. Okay. Feet are out nice and wide. We're going to go into sunflower. Toes are turned out. Starting with just the plie, I want you to bend the knees so the toes, so the hips are open. And then as you bend the knees, they should be lined up with the toes. So go ahead and check that out. You can hold it here even to check. And then tailbone underneath, and then your spine is nice and tall. So if you ever did ballet, or I did, you had the ruler, the yardstick that would go down the back, and to make sure that your back is nice and straight. So we're holding there, really activating those muscles through the legs. And then the core is activated also, so abs pulled in, up towards your rib cage. Okay, we're going to go into sunflower from here. So you're going to inhale up, and then you're going to come down, scoop the flowers up, and then reach for the sky. Again. And as we get warmed up more with the legs, you can go a little deeper into that sunflower. There you go. Really engage the core still. It's really working as a stabilizer, which a lot of what we're going to do today is going to be stabilizing. But sometimes that's also the best way to work those abs because they really pull those abdominals in with that isometric movement. One more time. And then you're going to come down into goddess. So you're going to hold the world above you. I want you to open up the chest, elbows coming back. Holding the world above you. Inhale. Pull your abdominals in and up towards your rib cage. Tailbone is under. Good. Feel all those muscles firing up at the same time. Chest is open. Get those elbows back if you need to. Now stay here. You're going to give me a nice strong fist, and we're going to rock down, pull your elbow towards the knee as you activate your obliques, and then we're going to center, and then you're going to reach, center, same side, pull, center, and reach, and center. Again, squeeze, and reach. Whew. Keep those knees open. If you have to adjust your feet to line up the knees, go ahead, but I want you to really keep those hips open. And if you want to, you can go deeper into that plie. Work those legs a little bit more. There you go. Lactic acid is building up there through those legs. Feel that through the obliques. We're gonna do one more time with each. And then shake it out. Good job. Give those legs a little break, and then we'll go back into it. Okay, back out. Cool thing about my yoga mat, it's like a little bit of a memory foam. So the nice thing is that my footprints were still there to tell me where I was at. All right, you go into that plie. Hips are open. Make sure those knees are lined up. You should see your big toes. That's kind of a little cue to help you make sure that they're lined up. And then you're gonna give me those strong arms and pull down. Squeeze, center, and reach. Center, squeeze, strong abs, and reach. You can go deeper into that plie with each one if you'd like, or just focus on the core. So you can just stay here with the legs staying the same position, or if you want to get into those legs a little bit more with the core, with those obliques, more power to you. Whatever works for you. Good. If those legs start to get a little tired, you can always go into just that upper body movement too. Woo! Again, you're gonna feel this right away just because you were already in that position on the other side. Let's do one more each. And shake it out. Good job. Shake those legs out. Okay. Feet are out wide again, but toes are forward. Starting with a forward bend, sliding down to a little bit of a break in the legs, stretching to the spine, stretching to the hamstrings, and just let your arms and your head hang down. Chin is tucked. Hands planted on the floor, legs stay very straight. Shift your hips side to side. Feel this through the hamstrings. You have multiple hamstrings, so as you shift, it's going to also shift in the stretch. And then feel this in the outer hip also. Inhale, chin is tucked. Let your head hang down. Exhale. Good. Center, legs are straight. I want you to engage your core. You're going to walk your hands out, but you're not shifting your weight. Okay, so your weight stays right in the legs, and then your hips are stacked for the knees and the feet. But you're going to walk your hands out to get in position. Because from here now, engage the core. You're going to take your hands off the floor and bring them by your ears. And then I want you to come up until you're parallel. Chest is parallel with the floor, arms are parallel. So just that coming up in that position should be really challenging for the core. And again, pull in toward your belly button and then up towards your rib cage. Good. Abs and back should be working with this. Inhale. I'm going to turn so you can see what it looks like from the side. Hips are stacked. Engage the core. You can bring your feet in a little closer if you need to. We're going to come straight up with that. Keep the core engaged. Woo! And then we're going to open up. Shift the hips forward. Lifting the chest up, lifting the chin up. A little stretch to those abs. So you always want to elongate those muscles, stretch them back out. That's where you get the dancer's body. And release. I'm going to turn back to the front. Lunge side to side. Inner thighs, hips. I'm just going to loosen up a little bit here. Center. Right toes are turned to the side. Left heel, you're going to turn back. Good. Inhale up. Both legs are straight. Engage that core again. And then hinge from the hips as you come down. This is kind of a form of like the pyramid, but you're not dropping all the way down. So the legs are just like the pyramid, but your chest is parallel, and I want you to turn and hinge as you go down. And then lower all the way down into a pyramid. Again, your left foot can be in whatever position is comfortable with the hip. The hip will tell you what's most comfortable for that position. All right, you're going to sweep up again. Engage the core. Pull your abdominals in, lifting up, lifting up, lifting up. Good. You're going to turn your back heel so that your heel is straight up. Your toes are pointed towards your right foot. And then we're going to go into sun salute. So you're going to drop your back knee, lift the chest up to the sky. Good. Open up to the front of the body, to the abs and the hip flexors and thighs. You can go deeper into this pose if you like. Lift the chest up before you lean back. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands down. We're going to do a little bit of a work and stretch the legs. So push the heel to the floor. Stretch those calves right into the back of that knee. And then I want you to engage the quads to push the knee forward. Push the heel down. Engage the quads. Push forward. So we've got a work and stretch going on. This is where that dynamic stretching, moving and then stretching. And moving and stretching. That's where a chair is always good to have. I could catch my balance, but it's always good to challenge those balance reflexes too. Decreases chances of falls when you challenge them. One more time, forward. Then come back and hold. Push that heel in. Good. Straighten your front leg again. Feel that through the legs, through the back of the knee and the calves. Coming up, shake it out. Let's do that all on the other side. So feet out wide, left toes turned out, right foot either straight forward or traditional yoga, the heel is turned. And then it depends on your hip, whatever's most comfortable. And then both legs are straight, pushing the hip out. You're going to lift up, abdominals pulled in, engage the core, and lift up towards the rib cage. All right, from here, you're going to rotate and hinge. You get a slight angle before you start to come all the way down or into parallel. Just following that hip motion. Again, parallel with the floor, your arms and your chest. Engaging that core still. Both legs are straight. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and lower down into a pyramid, lowering your head and your chest. Coming back up, sweeping up. Use your core to lift up. You're going to turn your back heel straight up, so adjust the foot so the toes are pointed towards your left foot, and then you're going to drop your back knee as you lift your chest up into sun salute, and then open up through the front of the body. Good. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can go a little bit deeper, lifting the chest up. Back heel is off the floor. We're not pushing on that heel. Not quite yet though. Okay, hands coming down. Now we're going to push that heel down. Feel that stretch in the back. And then push the knee forward. Work through the quads. And pushing down. Good. And then forward. And push. And work. Press the heel down. I need to look straight forward so I don't throw off my balance. Nice and tall through the abs, or through the back, and tummy's tucked, so abs are still engaged. Come forward and hold. Push down and hold. Really push the heel into the floor. Feel that through the back, through the calves and into the back of the knee. If you sit a lot, those muscles through that joint tend to be really tight. The joint itself in the back of the knee tend to be pretty tight. So you want to open up the back of the knee. Inhale and exhale. Coming up, shake it out. Good job. Okay, feet are hip width apart. Toes are forward. We're going to go into the airplane. So I want you to plant your right foot into the floor. Toes are spread. And then your left foot's going to go behind you. And just your big toes on the floor if you can. This is a perfect one to have that chair with you. But all your weight is in the front, the right leg. So if you take your foot off the floor, nothing should happen because all your weight is centered right to that right leg. Arms coming up by your ears, or you can go literally like an airplane out to the side. Engage your core in and up. And then you're going to hinge from your hips. You can keep your back foot on the floor if you need to, or you can bring the leg up and move with your body. Essentially, you want to be, everything is parallel with the floor. So your chest, your arms, and if you have your back leg off the floor, use the bottom of your foot to lift the leg up and then be parallel also. Inhale. Exhale. Engage the core. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and coming out of the pose. Shake it out. Work that right foot if you need to. We're going to switch sides. Planting your left foot into the floor. Toes are spread. All your weight is into that left leg, and then your right leg goes behind. Check your abs. You hear me say it. In and up. And then arms, whichever works best for you. You can even have one each way. That's kind of the way in ballet is the one forward, one back, or one side. Whatever works for you for balance too. Go into parallel as much as you can. Again, you can keep that back toe on the floor if you need to. Use the chair if you need to. You might lose it. Go back into it, and that's okay. Inhale. Exhale. Engage that core still. Don't forget about it. Don't let your stomach just kind of hang out. And release. Good job. All right. Feet back out wide. We're going to go into some triangle poses. You're going to turn your right toes out, left toes forward. I want you to make sure both legs are straight, and then your left hip is going to pop out. We're going to go in and out of this, and that's where you're going to really engage the core. So right hand is on your thigh, left arm out and back, shoulders out and back. You're going to go down into the triangle, and then coming back up. So you can walk or slide down, keeping yourself open. Again. Pull your abdominals in and up towards your ribcage. Open up, so left shoulder's up and back. Go ahead down and hold with this one now. Hold. Go down as far as you can. You can have your hand on your thigh if you need to. Inhale. Remember, you could always use that chair, be on the edge of your seat, and do a similar poses. Coming up. We'll do one more time with that hold. Coming down. Pull your abdominals in. So you're going to feel that through the legs also, but I want you to really focus on pulling both abs in. And then your top hand, we're going to go up and over your head, over your ear. Keep the chest open. Feel that stretch through the side of your body. Coming up. Whew. And then we're going to switch sides. Left toes turned out. Right toes are forward, legs are straight, right hip pops out. And then we're going to open up right shoulder, and then we're gonna go down and up in that triangle. And if you want to, you can adjust your right foot so it's more traditional yoga, heel is further point. But I want you to keep both legs nice and straight. And again, what are we doing? We're activating that core as you lower down. Keeping that chest open, so the right shoulder's out and back. Palms facing forward towards me. There you go. Good. Let's come down and hold. Check everything, legs are straight. Check your core. So we're not just hanging out there, we're working. And open up. Coming up. Let's do that one more time. Good. Hold it there. You can always have your hand on your thigh again. And coming up. And release. Good job. Shake it out. Whew. Okay. We get that work through there. Starting with feet hip width apart, toes are forward. You're going to inhale, lifting up your chest and your chin to the sky. And I want you to lift up and push back. So we're not rocking the hips. I want you to keep your hips center. Lift your chest up and then lean back as you open up. Good. Opening up through the front. Okay, now you're going to go out wide into star. Now this time, push everything up and out. Open through those abdominals, through the chest, lifting up and out. Good. Release. Again, up and out. And release. One more time. Open up. Lifting your chest and chin. Feel that through. Hips are pushing forward with this one. You can even go further forward if you really like to, but keep the chest lifted so we're not compressing in the lower back. And release. Good. Keep those feet wide. You're going to slide down. Stretch to those hamstrings. And just let your arms and your head hang down. Chin is tucked. Just give that back a little break. Stretch to the spine. Feel that all the way into your lower back. You had a great workout, really working that core, so we really want to stretch those muscles back out. Hands right below your head planted on the floor. Keep your legs straight. Shift your hips to the left and hold. And you're just kind of pushing your hip to the left. And your right hip is going to drop a little bit and then hold. Really feel that in the outer hip and hamstrings. Go ahead and switch to your right, shifting your hips to the right. Hold. Legs stay straight. We're not bending the knees. Knees are locked with this one. I don't usually say locked with knees, but this one you usually do so that you really get that stretch. Go ahead and switch sides so you really feel that stretch through the back side and hips. Switch sides. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And one more time each. Shifting to the left. Right hip drops a little bit. Holding. And switch. Last time to the right. Keep those legs straight. Pushing your hips to the right. Center. And then curl yourself up slowly. Knees are unlocked at this time. Pressing your spine to the sky. As high as you can go. Good. Walk your feet center. Inhale up. Grab a hold of your left wrist. You're going to reach up and over to the right as you let your hips fall towards the left. Feel that down through the obliques. Pushing your arm back. And then go a little further, reaching over, and then hip pushing to the left a little bit more. Coming up. Switch wrists, grab a hold of your right, reaching up to the left as you let your right hip push all towards the center. Feel it through the obliques. push your arm back and fall a little further. Good. Feel that down the side, getting into those obliques there. Come to the top, reach as high as you can, and then just let yourself melt down. Good. All right, mountain pose. Arms down by your sides, eyes gently closed, your feet are hip width apart. Just take a deep breath in. Exhale, just let your body melt down, letting everything go. Inhale and exhale. Just feel your body releasing, letting your heart rate slow down. You worked really hard today. You deserve this little break. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Take a deep breath in, reach for the sky. As high as you can go. Exhale, push it away. 2 more times. Inhale up. And exhale. 1 more time. And exhale. And namaste. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed the class. If you do, you're welcome to subscribe, get notifications for the next classes. You also get notifications for my healthy tips and fitness tips. And then there should be another video there for you to try it also. Thank you. Have a great day.